Good evening, my good people, good afternoon, and also good morning, depending on where you are getting our video from. We must have to treat this fuck up once and once for all. This concerns what Mazi Ekpa sent about Emeka Livingstone and what Emeka Livingstone is trying to explain to himself, not Biafrans. Because he said, how do you define the crime of impersonation? An expelled and excommunicated betrayer went to an office to present himself as part of our movement when he's not. He has nothing to do with us. What do you call it? He is even addressing himself that we sent letter to the UN from suit 2. He further referred to Simon Ekpa as our Prime Minister. Then he concluded that we acquired suit 2. Another lie was that Simon Ekpa stepped on Biafra flag in Germany. There was nothing like Biafra flag during the protest against Ekweremadu in Germany, not to talk of Simon Ekpa stepping on it. He should hold on. He has a lot to explain in due time. That is Simon Ekpa is saying, Prime Minister. Then I will link you to the exact statement, just like he said it, how Emeka Livingstone explained it and what he has to say.
I was on air, this is Emeka Livingstone, but I had a very, very important call. And there was no way I could, ignore the call to come back later. I was alive discussing things, and I was called by somebody. Maybe in future I will tell you about him. So I explained to you that Prince went with me to that place. Prince had a program with me in Maryland and in DC. And then part of his program was to also come and see what was going on in 7200 Bel Air Road. So when we had finished all our programs in Maryland and Washington, D.C., on his way back to North Carolina, we drove into 7200 Bel Air Road, into the facility, for him to see for himself, because he has said a lot about it and he lives in America. So we went there, and then the Prince asked me to do a video recording of what he's about to say and do, that he was going to pull that flag out. That the reason why he wants to pull it out is because they're using this flag to do evil against the Biafrans and to ridicule the whole nation. And some people were angry that Prince offended Biafrans by removing that flag or whatever. Now, I first said in my earlier broadcast before I was called, that interrupted the conversation or the discussion I'm having with you, or the monologue, or the discourse, whatever you choose to call it. The person who actually had desecrated the Biafran flag 2 times is Simon Ekpa. And the first one was when Ekweremadu visited Germany, and the Biafrans stood against him. Simon was still in the other side then. He became very angry, took the Biafran flag, tore it to shreds, stepped on it, on the floor, marched it. That was a desecration of the Biafran flag. Why by any organization? He said, which organization? Biafra. That our Prime Minister acquired it. He said, nothing like that. I said, okay, what about shoot 2 for records? Tell me again. We acquired it. He said, you people never acquired anything. That the person that acquired shoot 2 lives there, go and check. And when I checked, he told me that the man does, I think, either mechanic or bodybuilding works along the street. He works in one of the company's workshops. Either they do mechanic work or I can't remember, or bodybuilding work for vehicles. He said he works around that area. I said, really? He said yes. So the next time when I had a conversation with him, I told him that we have written to the United Nations giving Suit 2 as our address. He laughed. That time I met him, what he said. I mean, it's wrong acquisition of somebody's property. What he acquired was she too. First instance. Now, but he gave the impression it's the whole building, and that was what he said with his mouth, somebody's property. What he acquired was she too. What he acquired was she too. First instance.
This guy is not relenting. He's not even repenting. I'm just pitying him because I know he has found himself alone. He doesn't even know how to keep quiet. He's just, trying to cause more problems for himself. At his age, that he's old enough to be having some rest, at least to calm his psychology. He has to be calm, so that he will last. But he's acquiring problems. How do you think you can face Simon Ekpa when it comes to being online? How do you think you can match him when he's doing a lot of things and he's showing us evidence of what he's doing? And everybody, majority, are now hailing him that, oh yeah, he's trying. Many people were skeptical before. Many people, myself even, I didn't believe him in the first place. But when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu confirmed that he should be followed up, that he has a new dimension, I believe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a prophet. And whatever he says, look at it 10 times, 7 times, 1 million times, you find out that what he's saying is the truth. Is it not what is playing out in Nigeria today? Everything that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said is the truth and nothing but the truth. So he said, follow Mazi Ekpa, follow him up. He has another dimension to this struggle. He's doing fantastically well. Is it not what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said? And if you say you're a follower of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, why then you don't like what Mazi Ekpa is doing? If you have personal issues with him, why don't you sort it? Instead of trying to face the crowd. You can't face the crowd. I'm just talking to pity him because he will fall into troubles. He will fall into troubles. So many youths are angry because of Islamization agenda that is going on in Nigeria, the killings, the hopelessness, and every other thing. So people's hope is what you are trying to dash. You're trying to trample on people's hope. You're trying to rubbish people's hope. They can take it to extra mile, and you would not know what to do then. So to the people that are listening to him, believing him on his garbage and nonsense he's saying, I'm just, telling you to make a U-turn and support the Biafra agitation so that freedom will come. Freedom is our home. Freedom is our hope. Freedom is everything we need. And very important it is.